Hi, everybody. After reading the essay, The Right Use of School Studies, I was kind of struck by her idea that all forms of attention, no matter kind of what we focus on, can be a kind of prayer. And she suggests that when we give our full attention to something, especially something that we struggle with or find uninteresting, that we're actually training our soul to be more receptive to the truth and to love and can even be God. And that idea challenged me because there are definitely areas in my life where I don't give full attention, just because I don't enjoy them. And so one of those areas is doing dishes after I cook. It's a simple everyday task, but it's one I usually rush through or avoid or put aside to the very end. I treat it as a chore, and there's always more important things that get in my way or more important. So I chose that to be the focus of my experiment. Over the 3 separate half-hour sessions, I committed to be fully present, no music, no phone, no distractions. I tried to notice the sound of the running water, the warmth of the water on my hands, the pattern of light on the dishes, those kind of like little things, and even like the satisfaction of looking at them be clean afterwards. And I made an effort to focus on every motion like super carefully and deliberately, and letting my attention rest completely on what I was doing rather than thinking ahead to what I had next, whether it was homework or something like that. And at first it was super uncomfortable. Mind wanted to wander, caught myself thinking about assignments, basketball, checking the clock. But when I brought my focus back, something really interesting started to happen. I just had a strong sense of peace in the rhythm of doing the work, and the task didn't feel like an interruption anymore. It was more like a small space to breathe from everything in life. And so by the second and third times, the experience shifted even more for me, and it was kind of more of that. And I noticed that my attention wasn't like on the dishes, but of the act of serving my roommates and stuff like that, in terms of like keeping the area clean. And so like kind of representing my daily responsibilities, and how choosing to do them attentively is a small act of love for myself and for the people I live with, and even for God. And it felt like almost like a prayer, not through words, but obviously through like my presence there. And I finally kind of understood what Wheel meant when she said true attention is an act of love. Because the more I focused practicing focus in this area, the more I noticed it spilling over into other parts of my day, where I was able to listen more carefully and be more present. And in that kind of way, be more grateful for being able to walk outside, warm clothes on my back, stuff like that. And so the simple exercise kind of reminded me that attention isn't something that we just use for getting a task done or for studying or completing assignments. It's like a way of being in life. And when I approach anything, even something I dislike, with strict, genuine attention, I'm choosing to do it as valuable and worthy of care. And that shift changes not only how I experience that one activity, but how I see the world as a whole and how I approach everything in life.